Hello, one and all. Thank you for joining us on this Kickstarter stream. My name is Chase Irwin. I'm the founder and managing editor of D20 News Network. That's the sign that you've got right back there. This is my husband and main support, Tyler McPherson. On Twitter, he is
at Iric Caden, IREKCAEDEN.
And he's going to be the DM for this special one-shot that we are running to celebrate the successful end of our Kickstarter to set up funding for a video version, a video newscast of D20NN. Now, as some of you have seen on the web, we've already been running for most of this month. There have been stories that have been affecting the TTRPG community, creatives, independents, stream viewers that we've been covering. Some of them have been quite serious, some of them have been rather funny, but all of them have been in an attempt to inform you guys, the TTRPG audience, about things going on in this community. The purpose of the Kickstarter was to help finance a pilot for a half-hour web version, which we hope I'll record in maybe February or March, depending on getting studios locked down. FX Design Group, as I've mentioned on Twitter, designs real-life news sets for TV stations across the country and internationally. Locally here in Austin, they did the set for KTBC Fox 7. They have agreed to help design a set for D20 News Network, and I couldn't be more grateful to them for that. Let's take a quick look at the Kickstarter as it stands right now. Roller coaster ride. To tell you about what's happened in the last 48 hours. Our biggest backer, the name of course I'm not going to divulge because that would be indiscreet, pulled out without warning. He had pledged a total of $750, or about a third of our goal, within the first couple of weeks. First he started with a $50 pledge. Then he moved it up to $125, $250, and then finally $750. And then all of a sudden, was it Wednesday night or Thursday night? It was Thursday. It was Thursday night. Yeah. Thursday night. I'm just checking my Kickstarter app, and it tells me every time someone new pledges. But I happened to hit the dashboard function and saw so-and-so withdrew their pledge. And I looked back and I saw, we're back down $600. So I had to get on Twitter in the middle of a supreme panic attack and say, hey, emergency, we have 40-something hours left in this pledge drive. I need the word spread, help us get back. With the help of several people, you can go on. We've got a knock at the door, just one second. With the help of the Rambling Bard and Satine Phoenix and Jenny D and a bunch of other good folks, we managed to recoup that $700 loss within 3 hours. So thank you one and all for helping spread the word and getting us funded back again. We have a special guest entering our studio at the moment. He can go ahead and come on up behind me and introduce himself. One of the few people, you'll probably have to go back behind me, my right shoulder. One of my early backers ended up being local to me, and he has a project or two of his own. So go ahead and plug away.
Hey, John Welsh. I'm one of the hosts for Becoming DM. We're a podcast for tabletop RPG players and dungeon masters. So happy to sponsor the show. It's really cool stuff.
Yes, and he's already talked to me about helping me get set up for the web series. Right now, we are on a tripod with my iPhone attached to it. It's not really the best AV equipment you could hope for. Hopefully, I can get some Panasonic or something in here, but he's going to help me with the ins and outs of getting this thing finally filmed and on the run. So thank you once again for helping out here. We are currently at a special room out in Austin. Just expanded into a disused pub that was right next door. They went ahead and bought that extra space, and they have a tremendously good menu.
Yeah.
We have been dining on Irish nachos since we got in here, and they are really good.
Yeah, that fantastic food, fantastic drinks.
You are partial to the popcorn cauliflower.
The popcorn cauliflower is amazing. Yeah, it's just deep fried cauliflower florets with some cayenne and Parmesan cheese, but
and we couldn't be more grateful to them for allowing us this little private corner to do this special for you. With that being said, it is now a little past the final hour mark, and I could not be more grateful for this to end. It has been one hell of a roller coaster ride, from the day I posted it to getting the website set up to big gains, big losses, and now we're right back above the goal line again. And I'm not going to check the Kickstarter during this game unless we take a break at some point. We may or we may not. This is only going to be about an hour.
it depends on how quickly you breeze through this.
Exactly. I have absolutely no idea what's in store for me. My instructions to Tyler were, do not tell me what you're planning. Do not tell me anything about my character. I'm going in completely dumb to this.
Completely blind. So
we with that in mind, let's raise a glass real quick.
Yep.
To D20NN and a successful Kickstarter.
Cheers.
Ooh, that'll make your bowl.
Yep, that's good.
Okay, so without much more ado, Tyler, take it away.
All right. So, this game takes place in actually the custom world that I made from my weekly game that I've been running. So, our story takes place on the planet Cynosure, on the continent of Krakoa, in the capital of the Akrax Republic, Locke. In the cultural district stands a large museum, the Akrax Historical Museum. On this mild spring night, the usual security guards patrol the perimeter of the building. And on a rooftop about half a mile away stands a lone figure cloaked in black velvet. Go ahead and open up your book. Take a look at your sheet. You are Shadow Moses, a tabaxi rogue with a bit of a reputation in the underworld. You're an extremely skilled thief who has pulled heists all over the Republic, though it hasn't come without a price. While in Rubikava, you attempted to rob one of the larger casinos. Well, one of the major mob bosses didn't exactly like that, and you were quickly tracked down and turned into the authorities. While in jail, you were visited by a man named Theodore Diggers. He said he was impressed with your abilities and wished to recruit you. You were hesitant at first, but after some reverse psychology, you were determined to show him that you were an amazing thief. It's a bit like calling Marty McFly chicken from Back to the Future. You spent the next few years doing odd jobs for Diggers, who you discovered is actually an extremely powerful wizard. In fact, one of the high mages in Locke, certainly a very high authority figure. You work to pay off your debt to him by collecting important documents on corrupt government officials, weeding out people, paying off law enforcement, and in general finding relics to add to his vast collection. And of course you were happy to oblige because you have a code of conduct to uphold. You believe in honor among thieves, and you're very much strongly against stealing against poor and innocent folk. This past week, Diggers came to you with a rather tall task. He says it will be the last job you owe him in order to pay off your debt. Recently, the Akrax History Museum received the largest diamond in the world, called the Heart of Progenitor. He says that he needs this diamond as the focus of a powerful new machine he's working on. He gives you the rundown of your mission. Now, the museum itself is 4 stories tall, each floor containing different artifacts and historical items. The diamond itself is housed on the 3rd floor, near the back of the building. The guard detail in the museum seems to be small. There's approximately half a dozen guards on each floor. They're your typical security guard fare, very light armor, a small firearm as a weapon, your typical night shift security guard, basically. He tells you there are a few ways to enter. There's the front door, obviously, but that might be a little too ostentatious. There are a few side entrances for maintenance and other similar purposes, but these entrances are guarded by about 4 guard dogs total. The museum also has a very large skylight that overlooks the large rotunda in the center of the building that goes up just from the top floor, the bottom floor all the way up. Now for your gear, you have your trusty +1 studded leather armor and your traditional weapons. You've got your rapier and your short bow, along with your 2 trusty daggers. You've also been given a few special supplies for your mission. You were given a bag of holding, just to hold anything and everything outside of weapons on your person. A small selection of healing potions. He's also given you a hand crossbow with a supply of tranquilizer darts. He says these might be handy in dispatching any units that you don't necessarily need to kill. You're also given a recent invention of his daughter's that she has creatively titled the Tactical Box. Being feline in nature, you're immediately drawn to the idea of hiding inside of a box. If any of you are watching and have an idea of where I'm going with this, you are correct. As you stand on this rooftop, you remember Digger's words of warning. Keep an eye out for traps, never let your guard down, and even though there is a chance that conflict may be unavoidable, try your best to keep casualties from. So, you stand on the rooftop, like I said, about half a mile away. You see the museum in the distance. How do you wish to go about this?
How heavily wooded is this area?
Not wooded at all. You are in the heart of a metropolitan city.
Great. Sounds like I need to go through some alleyways.
Okay. All right. Just remember, because you're a rogue, I have to give you your sneak attack dice. All right. You've got enough there for if you roll current. Okay. Because you're not going to need to roll all of those. All right. So you start climbing down from this building you're on. Very easy. You have, what is it called? I believe it's called, it's a Tabaxi ability, Cat's Claws. You're able to, you have a climbing speed of 20 feet. So you're able to easily climb up and down buildings. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
15.
Plus, I believe it's...
I'm not used to the paper.
It's on your right side there. Left side, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
It says 11.
All right, so 11 plus 15, 26.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. You've snuck through cities pretty much all your life. You're able to zip around through alleyways, avoiding all the lanterns, managing to duck out of the way of anyone walking by. Are you sticking to the ground, or are you trying to go up towards the rooftops?
I'm going to stick to the ground for now. If it seems like there's too many prying eyes, I'll move upward.
Okay. Yeah, this time of night there aren't too many people going around. Since this is more of the governmental cultural district, it's
after hours.
It's after hours. It's about midnight. So there aren't very many people patrolling the streets.
Yeah.
You managed to close in on the museum, and you see it. It's this large dome building with kind of like this semicircular branching base. You can see the large skylight that covers the rotunda. There's large white walls surrounding the perimeter of it. A very large wrought iron front gate. Very, very beautifully decorated, welcoming all visitors to the museum. Outside the gate, from the little hiding spot you've posted, you see two rather bored-looking security guards. Looks like one is kind of just standing there looking around. The other one's kind of... looks like he's kind of sat down on a stool. Looks like he's kind of flipping through a book. Looks like just a typical night for these guys.
How far away am I?
I'd say right now you're about... Make another stealth check real fast.
2 plus 11, 13.
I'd say to make sure you're well out of sight. Okay. Yeah. To make sure you're out of sight, you manage to hide about 100 feet back. It goes outside of your natural dark vision, but they've got there's still the street lights and street lanterns, and you can easily see them kind of bathe in the little pool of lantern lights.
You know what? I'm actually going to run up, trotting to them, and I'm going to breathlessly say, "Did you see that man? That drunk man? He was carrying a pickaxe and saying he was going to smash up the museum."
Okay. Roll a deception check.
13 plus 4.
So 17. Okay. You run up to them. They're both like as you're running up, the guy who's sitting on the stool is kind of like tosses his book around and is instinctively just kind of putting his hand on his sidearm. The other one is kind of looking up a bit more stoically. But as you run up and you describe this man with a pickaxe, the one who's standing up, he kind of looks over your shoulder and is like, "Oh, where's he gone?"
He's already gone around the corner. He was speaking gibberish. He was saying that there was something in there that he had to destroy.
Shit. You don't think it's old Rob, do you?
Rob, that's what he said. He said, "Old Rob's going to take care of that once and for all."
The guy on the stool says, "Oh, God damn it. I keep telling him not to go through happy hour down in the entertainment district. It always leads to nothing but trouble. All right, well, let's see if we can catch him before he does anything dangerous. So they manage to kind of hop up and start marching down the direction you pointed them towards.
Yes. Thank you. Save those eccentricities, idiots.
Okay, so you have a large gate in front of you. I'd say it's about 15 feet tall.
I'm going to vault over it.
Okay, make me an acrobatics check. Do some parkour.
5 plus 1.
Did I say acrobatics or athletics?
Oh, you said acrobatics. I'm sorry, that's plus 11, so 16.
16. Okay, yeah. It takes you a minute, but you're still able to find some nice footholds in the decoration of this gate, as you're able to just almost ladder up and vault over, and you 3-point land on the other side.
Any other threats up in front?
Make a perception check.
14 plus 4. 18.
18. Okay. See if Tabaxi's get any special. Nope. Okay. Yeah, you kind of stay low to the ground. You kind of naturally shift over to the wall, trying to stay out of the light. You can hear the sounds of the heavy padding of large dogs off to the right. You don't hear anything to the left from where you are.
Now, is that coming from around the corner, or is it?
It's coming from around the corner.
Okay, so they're not in front of you.
They're not in front of you. You do see the large main door in front of you.
I'm going to go straight to the main door.
All right, going straight for the front door. All right, go for it.
And first I want to see if I can hear anything immediately behind it.
Okay, percentage check.
10
Plus
4. 14.
14. Okay.
I'll deliciously average.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of press your cat ear up to the door.
Meow.
Listen for a second. Can't hear anything.
All right. I'll use my burglar pack and work my way in.
All right, use your thieves' tools. All right, make a thieves' tools check, which is since you have expertise in that, you will add 11 to what you roll.
Okay.
So,
which is 5.
So 16.
For this other D20.
Not a bad idea. Okay. Yeah. So you get your thieves' tools, and this is a pretty hefty lock. So you're just kind of you can hear a couple of things move, but it's taking you a little longer than you want to. You get the feeling those guys are probably going to be coming back around soon.
Okay. Crowbar.
All right, you're going to use the crowbar. You're just going to try and wedge that lock off?
Yep.
All right, make an athletics check to do it with advantage.
Okay. It's either a 7 or 15.
15.
Plus 1.
Plus
So
1.
16.
All right.
Changing has not done me one damn bit again.
No. So you manage to just get the crowbar in. You're prying. You can hear the guards talking from outside the wall. You hear them say, "Oh, I must have run off again. We're probably going to have to ask the local guard to see if we can keep an eye out for him." You're just like until the lock snaps and falls to the ground. All right. As the lock loudly snaps and lands on the ground, you hear one of the guards. You hear one of the guards from outside go, What was that? Sounded like it came from the front. Let's check it out.
Okay, I will go into the darkest possible corner.
Okay, are you still outside or are you
I am inside.
Okay, so you managed to slip the door, close it, and hide into the closest dark corner.
So my plan is, as soon as those guards come in, I'm going to take either my crowbar or... Yeah, we'll do the crowbar. And I'm going to hurl it across the other side so that it lands on something and makes them go that way.
Okay, cool. All right, so make a stealth check.
20!
Natural 20. Okay, you practically disappear. Are you... This is just for my sake. Are you just hiding in the shadows, or are you going to hide in your box?
Oh, the box. Why not?
All right. You reach into your bag of holding, and just with one swift motion, boom, you're in a large cardboard box, stuffed in the corner, and you're looking out through a little peephole. And you're looking around now. You are in the rotunda. This is a huge circular room, probably a good 100 feet across. Careful.
This thing's already soaking.
Yeah. I was more about the book. Yeah, it's like a good 100 feet across. You see this rather grand staircase going up the left and right. You could see pathways leading, toward like the eastern and the western wings, and kind of looking up further up through each level, you can see kind of the same thing. Very beautifully decorated in here. You see large stone marble busts. There's even a very large skeleton that goes up the entire length of the rotunda. It is a big thing. You're not sure what creature this might have been, but...
Is there anything particularly delicate, like china, a set of china, or something light near the back?
Make another perception check for me.
One.
Yeah, no. Everything you can see looks like rather sturdy marble stone stuff.
Okay, well, it's going to have to be the skeleton. I'll chuck my crowbar at the skeleton.
Okay, so the two guards come in through the front door, and they're kind of looking around, and one says, "The lock was busted. Keep an eye out. Someone might have gotten in." So, and they start to go off in separate directions. Make a ranged attack, but since this is an improvised weapon, just add your dex modifier to it. So go ahead and roll and add your dex.
Okay, with this?
Yes.
+8.
So
12.
No, it's just straight dex. So
Right, 20. 5.
Okay,
Help
so
me.
It's 9. You're adding 5 to.
Okay.
Yeah. So 9. Okay. So.
But it's going to clatter.
Well, so the good news is you're so well hidden that there's no way they can see you actually throwing the crowbar. But it doesn't get very far. You throw it maybe to like the base of the skeleton exhibit. So you go clang, 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 clang. Immediately the two guards, and they both immediately start running towards the sound.
Evasion?
Evasion. That's in your book. Yeah, let me take a look at the book.
You take a look.
Because I know thieves get something good for sneaking. I don't know if you have it or not, though. That's the problem.
While you study, quick look at the Kickstarter.
That's fine.
Still at 2121, 35 minutes to go.
Nice.
And is it bad that I only just now got your references as to what we're doing?
Oh, no, it's fine.
It was the sound effect that did it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We're going to keep that open. Did also want to point out, forgot to mention this earlier, you do have the feat Lucky.
Okay.
So you have,
okay.
3 luck points to spend.
Might as well. Let's burn 2 of them.
You can only spend a luck point to re-roll either to re-roll a d20 roll.
All right, let me do that.
All right, so you want to re-roll your
yeah,
that attack? Okay, go ahead and roll again.
This is why I've only been in 2 official D&D games.
There you go. Try it.
18.
Much better. Plus your
Plus 5.
23. Okay, so with that, go ahead and mark down. You're down to 2.
Right.
So with that, you manage to. It manages to not only go past the base of the skeleton, it manages to clip the tail. So not only does it make noise, but it causes the whole thing to shudder.
Nice.
So the 2 guards look around like very worriedly, like, what the hell was that? They start going off in that direction. All right, they are distracted for the moment.
I will go in the opposite direction.
All right, are you going to try and go towards the stairs, or are you going down one of the wings?
Let's go down a wing.
Okay. East or west?
West.
West. Okay, so you start going down the west. As you're sneaking along. If you're... Go ahead and make another stealth check. Do it with advantage if you're still in the box.
13 plus 5. 18.
All right, did you do it with advantage?
Huh? I didn't.
All right.
That sounded good. 15.
And
plus
you actually add 11 since that's stealth.
Okay.
So that's 26.
I don't do math on weekends, folks.
It's fine.
So,
You managed to stay, kind of in your box, sneaking around. You do hear footsteps coming towards you, so you manage to drop down, and you see 3 guards running past you towards the rotunda.
all right, just straight past me.
Just straight past you. They don't seem to acknowledge the random cardboard box on the side of the...
All right, moving on.
All right. So you walk down a bit, and where you are, you're in the kind of early civilization historical area. Here, there's early weapons, agricultural tools, everything for when the civilization, as far as people could find from, this is where it's all housed.
Anything that would be useful for me to steal?
Make an investigation check.
2 plus 2.
This all just looks old. Just old and stony and kind of...
Not too shiny.
No, nothing shiny.
Okay. All right, moving on.
All right. You managed to go through a bit more, and you do manage to see another staircase. It looks like another main staircase, just kind of outside the main rotunda. You kind of look up it. It looks like this one as well also goes all the way up.
All right, let me check for traps.
All right. Investigation check.
3. Changing dice again.
So that you only
Plus
get a
4.
plus 1, so 4. You don't see any traps.
All right, I'll go forward.
Okay. You start going up the stairs. It's a little awkward to do with your box on. So you just kind of briefly. How far are you going up?
As far as I can.
Okay, because your objective's on the 3rd floor.
Okay, and I'm on the...
You started on the 1st floor.
And I'm now on the 2nd.
All right, yeah.
Okay, so to the 3rd.
All right, go up again. So you reach the 3rd floor. You are now in the rare collectibles area. You see some very nice things here. Like there's rare gemstones. There's stuff that the little plaques would say are rare magical items. You see like an ornate fan under glass. You see a large black crystal ball underneath another. You see a big ruby encrusted sword in a display on the wall.
Remind me again, was I shown what the Heart of Progenitor looked like?
It is a gigantic ass diamond. It's like this big.
Okay. Is that close by to me?
You don't see it around here. You were told that it is towards the back of the 3rd floor.
Okay, that's where I'll head.
All right. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
16 plus 11.
That's 19. So
19.
that's...
I cannot read.
It's fine. So that's 30. So yeah, even without your box, you're just like... You're completely ninja your way through this.
Okay.
As you make your way towards the back, along kind of the rarer items, you do see housed in this large glass case this gigantic diamond. Your eyes just kind of like sparkle for a second. This thing is huge.
Sparkly anime eyes.
Pretty much. There are two security guards kind of patrolling around this diamond.
Okay, so I don't have the crowbar anymore.
Nope.
I do have a short sword.
You do have a short sword.
I'll lob that at the other end. That worked once before, I'll do it again.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a D20 and add 5.
3. Let me do luck point.
All right, down to 1.
Down to 1. 8.
A little better.
A little better.
So 13. You managed to just kind of, try to angle it as best you can so they're not looking in your direction. And it doesn't break any glass, but it collides pretty hard with one of the far-standing pedestals, and you can see it kind of jostle a little bit. Like the guard's like, whoa, whoa, whoa! He runs over to try and catch it. He does not catch it. So
what is his partner?
Well, his partner starts to go over to help. This guy runs over to catch it. But he falls a little too short as the display case falls off the pedestal and smashes onto the floor. You then hear an arcane alarm going off throughout the building. This whoop, 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 whoop. The guard next to him is like, oh, now look what you did. Like, that's not my fault. I don't know what made it move. Make another stealth check real quick.
Don't screw me this time.
Are you getting in the box?
I'm in the box.
All right, roll again.
10.
So 21. You managed to just get in the box as 4 more guards run into the room, each of them with pepper boxes drawn. The guard that's not on the floor, he's just kind of waving them off, saying, "False alarm, false alarm."
I want to try and I'm going to try and throw my voice so that it sounds like it's coming from one of the guards, and say, "You're going to have to go downstairs and fill out the form."
Okay. Huh. Make a deception check.
$16
Plus
4.
20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, you managed to kind of get sort of a gruff voice saying, "You're going to have to get some paperwork done." The guy on the floor is like, I know. And the other guards, they kind of look around for a minute. And they're like, "Oh, whatever." They're like, "I didn't say it, but, I mean, whatever." They all assume the other guy said it, so.
Hopefully they're all going to usher him down so that he doesn't cause any more damage.
Yeah. They they collect him. The one guy, the guard who didn't, eat shit a minute ago, he kind of pulls something out of his pocket, and it looks like this little kind of, just kind of this small pendant. He kind of waves it over the pedestal, and the alarm ceases. As he helps the guy up, he kind of goes, "Wait a minute." He reaches down and he picks up your short sword. Guys, we have an intruder. All right, we have an intruder. Everyone stay on alert. Tell the other guards to ramp up patrols. So they all manage to get up. They all have their guns drawn now. And 3 of them leave the area, while 3 more remain in the room, just kind of cautiously looking out. They do not see you.
Go over that one more time for me. How many are still there?
There's 3 in the room now.
3 in the room. Okay. What can I do with fast hands?
Fast hands, it'll actually show you there. I think fast hands is just for climbing.
Bonus action granted by your cunning action to make a dex check.
It can be used
Use your
to,
thieves' tools to disarm a trap or open a lock, or take the use an object action.
There we go. Okay. So, and
Well-
as a thief, you can use your bonus action to either disengage, dash, or hide. And with that, use item or sleight of hand or whatever.
I don't know. I want to try not engaging at all possible. I don't know. I might have to try using a crossbow.
Okay.
And doing some more deflection. Is it like one of those alcoves where you can see out onto the other floors?
The room you're in, no. It's more of like there are two large windows at the far end of the room. Actually, this is a good time to actually draw something out for you. Yeah? So, let's say the diamond is right here.
Okay. And sorry, folks watching, you may or may not be able to see this map on the stream because of glare.
Yeah. That's roughly how it is.
And
Over here, you've got two large windows. You are right here, and you've got guards here, here, and here.
okay. I'm going to try aiming crossbow at that far window and try to get them all over there.
Try to get them all to look in that direction. All right, go ahead and make an attack.
17.
17 plus 8, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 3. Oh yeah. So using your crossbow loaded with one of the tranquilizer darts, you shoot out the little hole in the box, and it completely shatters this window as the 3 guards immediately turn over with guns drawn.
How many more of those do I have?
You've got 19.
Okay. I'm going to try to knock out all 3 of them.
Okay. Go ahead and, for the sake of this, let's do initiative.
Okay.
Just to help kind of keep track. So go ahead and roll your initiative.
19.
Ooh, 24.
Despite my inability of mental mechanics, I'm doing pretty good with the rolls.
Yeah, pretty good. Lord, where was that dude I saw?
17 minutes left in the Kickstarter, folks. Pledge if you haven't already, please.
There's a step walk in here I had. Why can't I see? Okay, here it is. Awesome. So I think that matches. Yeah, that pretty much matches what I had. Let's see. Wow, they did horrible with their rolls.
Awesome.
So that was. Okay, so you're at the top. So go ahead and which one are you hitting?
Doesn't matter.
Well, you got 2 of them that are closer to the window, and there's one kind of straggler.
Let me do the straggler first.
All right, go ahead and make an attack.
18.
Oh, that's going to hit. So, go ahead and roll your damage. Just your normal damage so far.
It's D6, right?
Yeah, it's a D6 plus 5. 11 damage. Now roll sneak attack. So 4 extra D6. Whoo! Boy, that's
18.
18.
No, 19.
So 19 plus 11. That's, what is that? 30? Okay, yeah, that's 30. Okay. Yeah, so, you hit him. What did I write down for that? Oh, man. So yeah, you get your crossbow loaded, you shoot him. Now, the way it works in Metal Gear Solid is that if you shoot someone in the body, It takes him a second to fall asleep. If you get a headshot, they go down immediately. You hit him in the base of the skull. So he goes... And after a second, you just hear... You still have your movement, and you have a bonus action. Since you've kind of done an action, wouldn't be a bad idea to try hiding again.
I'll hide.
All right, go ahead and roll with advantage. 5 or... So that's dirty 20.
Okay.
Okay, so that's... Whew. That poor schlub is unconscious. All right, this guy's turn. He's going to go up to the window. He is not aware that his buddy just fell. So he's examining. The next one, he does look over. He manages to hear the of the other guy hitting the ground. He's like, "What the? Hey, what's wrong?" And he starts to make his way over to him. He ends his turn kind of just examining him.
And I aim for him.
All right, yes, it's your turn. Roll an attack.
7.
Plus 8.
Plus 8.
That is 15. Well hit. So go ahead and roll damage. Sneak attack.
2.
2 plus 5. That's 7. I can't do math. So go ahead and roll sneak attack. Wow.
19.
Okay. So 19 plus 7. Okay. All right. So you manage to. The dart hits him in the neck. He's like, God. Ugh. He's going to have to make a Constitution save. Which he surprisingly passes. So
he's still up.
He's still up, but he's got like 3 hit points left.
Okay.
He's still up, but he is groggy.
Has the guy at the window done anything yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So is his turn over?
It's still your turn. You
Still
just
my
did the attack.
Okay, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Okay. Well, technically you've already done your action, so you can either move or try to hide again, or both.
Let me move by barreling into him in the box.
Okay. Okay. So you just kind of charge forward using the box.
Yes.
Kind of as a battering ram?
Yes.
Make an athletics check.
12.
I'm going to give him disadvantage on this. Well, that's natural 1. So
13.
So yeah, you knock his ass over. It's like he didn't even have time to react. He's like, whoa. So you're on top of him, kind of like upended this box. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good for now.
So, hearing this going on, dude at the window turns around, sees you, and just raises his gun. He's going to make 2 attacks on you.
Okay.
Let me make sure the stats are good. What are the stats for this?
10 minutes left, guys. Please pledge if you have not already.
Things are getting heated. All right. Since you are technically prone, he has disadvantage on these. So, Well, the first one misses. 15 to hit.
I have an 18.
So he misses. So he takes 2 shots. They both go wide. That's his turn. He's gonna keep his distance. Actually, he's gonna go ahead and move over here, just kind of out of the way of the window.
Okay.
Try to get a better shot on you. The dude you're on top of, he's in a little bit of a tough spot right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna try and push off of you. Roll an athletics check.
Oh, nat 1.
He nat 1'd as well.
And I've got the +1.
You've got a +1. He has a +0. So he barely has any strength in him, and you're trying your best not to get shot. So neither of you are really putting your all into this, but you still have enough weight on top of him, so he can't really do anything.
Okay.
That was sad.
Well, I'm going to aim for the guy in the corner.
Yeah, because the dude under him is still out cold. So yeah, go ahead and make an attack.
9.
9 plus 8. 16. That hits.
Okay. 3.
3 plus 5. You do not get sneak attack because he sees you.
Okay.
So 3, 5, that's 8. He's got to make it a con save throw. Just passes. So he's still up.
Okay. I'm going to try and dodge behind the glass with the diamond.
Okay, so you're just kind of run over here.
Yeah.
Hunker down. All right. I'd say you won't really be able to hide because it's not like.
Well, I said hide. I'm going to
it's
get
more-
behind the glass.
Yeah. No, that's good. Okay.
Because if he wants to shatter the glass for me, that's one less thing I have to do.
True. Okay. So it's his turn. He's kind of like pulls the dart out of his arm. He's going to. You're going to have 3/4 cover, so this is going to be fun. He's going to try and move over a bit to try to get a better shot on you. He's going to make 2 attacks. That's not going to hit. That's definitely not going to hit. And have him make a dex check. Make sure whether or not he actually hits this glass. Okay. So, the first shot hits the pedestal. The second shot goes higher, and it does indeed shatter the glass. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I use the last?
You can use your last luck point to reroll that.
9.
So that's, what's that save? Dex.
8.
8. So, 9, okay. So, damn. Just failed. So, as, this bullet ruptures the glass, you kind of see looking up. As the glass starts to shatter, you see this arcane rune start to glow on it. And then suddenly, boom! Now, because you're a rogue, you have evasion, which means even though you failed this, you still only take half damage.
Okay.
So you're going to take
5 minutes left. 5 minutes left.
Oh no, these are D6s. It's 5D8s. So let me grab some.
You were unprepared.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, not a great roll on my part though. So that's 18 points of lightning damage halved to 9. So you take 9 points of lightning, 9 points of thunder damage. Sorry. As this glass just shatters in a shockwave, the alarms going off again. That's his turn as this look of horror just goes on his face. Oh God, I did not even count the other two guys. Well, so the dude that was kind of groggy against you, he and the unconscious guy underneath him and your box both get blown off towards the far end of the room.
Okay.
They're both just out of commission. Like, I don't even think that, like, you hope they're alive. So yeah, that's all he's gonna do.
Okay.
So the glass is shattered. The diamond's available, but the alarms are going off.
Well, in the interest of hopefully concluding this quickly, because time is running out. My hope is that, I'm gonna run up to him and hand him one of my sharp items and hide again in the hopes that when the other guards come in, they see him.
Okay. So you want to run up to him and, like, stick one of your daggers in his hand.
Yeah, saying, "Here, have this."
Okay. So,
and I will. I'm trying to get this in such a way so that he will come closer to the broken pedestal, so that when the other guards come in, because I know they will, they see him
with the dagger approaching the diamond. Okay. So, all right, you're gonna run up to him. I'm gonna say you use item to just slap a dagger in his head. You start to double back, and you're gonna attempt to hide.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
15
plus 11
plus 11.
26. Okay, so you managed to run off and managed to duck behind a few other exhibits.
And the man behind the curtain.
And he the other guy starts to run forward. He's still holding the dagger, still holding the gun. After a moment, 4 other guards come in. Right as you expected, he's holding this dagger right next to the diamond, gun in the other hand.
Other guard down.
Two guards down. Okay, look, this isn't what you think. They kind of glare and cross their arms at him. He's like, "There's a cat in here, a big thief cat trying to kill us, trying to steal the diamond." One of them comes forward, and you see the guy coming forward. He's like, this is not a regular security guard. He's decked out in plate mail. He marches up. He's like, all right, come on, let's figure this out. You got paperwork to fill out. Starts to drag him off. He looks at some of the other. He looks at the 2 guards that are unconscious. he says to the group, wake them up and throw that box out. Like, all right. They go over and kind of slap the two of them awake and drag them off, and one picks up the box and starts hauling it off. The guy in the office says, we'll clean all this mess up soon. Fear we have some bumbling idiots around here. Last time we put out an ad for the night shift.
So the room's clear now?
Room's clear.
Pick up the diamond.
All right. You manage to grab the diamond and stuff it into your bag of holding.
Sometimes it's so easy, I'm ashamed of myself.
And now you have a completely open window to just climb out of. All right. So you go out the window. You manage to kind of climb down and parkour over the wall and kind of dash back off into the night. You regroup with diggers. It says, "Very glad I could rely on you.
Always happy to be of service.
And considering how well you did for me, and from what I'm hearing, it seems that no one got seriously injured."
Nothing that won't recover from.
No, see, I had a feeling there might have been some sort of enchantment on that glass display case, but, well, I'm glad no one got hurt any more than necessary. So, as a result, I think a little bit of reward is in order for you. So he's going to pay you 5,000 gold pieces.
Nice.
And he happily accepts the diamond. Says, this will make an excellent, excellent power source for what I have planned. Now, you may be free to go about your life as you feel. I will not force you to stay here, work for me any longer if you do not wish to.
Nice. I'm going to go get a drink.
Well deserved. All right.
All right, and with that, the Kickstarter is officially over. We are officially funded. No extra pledges, but $2,121 over the past 30 days. Not too shabby.
No, yeah, it's nothing to sniff at.
Coming up, hopefully January or February, I will get the pilot produced. We're going to be paying the design people for the virtual set here in the next couple of days. Then we'll see what our options are with filming locations.
Get some good equipment going.
Yes.
Why did I throw these in here?
We did say May or June for delivery of stuff like the t-shirts and whatnot, but likely I can get that out much, much sooner. So our thanks going once again to Emerald Tavern for hosting us here, being so generous with the booze and the water.
Yes, if you're in the Austin area, or if you ever come to Austin and you're a fan of tabletop gaming, and you want just a nice, fun atmosphere with really good food and really awesome service, please come to Emerald Tavern. They're absolutely worth it.
Yes. So that's going to do it for us. That was our one-shot. The Kickstarter is now over. We can all stop dealing with my obsessive tweets about the Kickstarter. Next thing I will be pestering you about is Able Book 3, Echoes of Demons, that comes out on October 11th. It is actually already on sale at Amazon.com. The Kindle version will release on the 11th, but sneak peek as a treat for you guys on the Kickstarter. You can now go to Amazon and get that book today. That's going to do it for us. I'm Chase Irwin. That's Ira Caden, Tyler McPherson. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.